Out of Cincinnati, starting pitcher Michael Lorenzen has been recalled from the major leagues from AAA. The San Francisco Giants swung it well with 15 hits in this one as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 9-5. The Metropolitans hit 3.
From the city of brotherly love, MLB The Show has baseball from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Philadelphia Phillies. Matt Harrison is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, last year he had an ERA over 4. For a starting pitcher, that's a bit high. Looking to have a better year this season.
Andrew McCutchen heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Left fielder, number 22.
Underway this evening as the first pitch is taken for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:05 p.m. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, it's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
I just think they were sort of flat in the opener. They didn't play with a whole lot of inspiration, and that was reflected in the final score.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
Well, you know, this is a guy who's going to come right at you, even when he's got you down in the count 0-2. Right here he's thinking punch out. But this one bites off a little bit too much of that strike zone, and he squanders that advantage in the count by serving up an 0-2 single to the first batter he faces.
And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And the runner back in standing. Into the box, Cliff Courtney. On the ground up the middle. To second for one. On to first, and they get the double play. And here's Clint Hurdle's starting lineup for the Pirates in this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, Matt, one guy that's always worth the price of admission, Andrew McCutchen. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him, whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the ninth inning with 2 outs. His approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how.
Hang on. This is hit deep into right center. This looks to have enough, and it does. A home run. Solo shot to right center. Number 196 for his career. And the Pirates are staked to a 1-0 lead.
Well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlights from yesterday because he had 2 home runs a day ago. Now he's got another home run right here. Now obviously this pace won't last, but man, he is hitting everything in sight.
Batting fourth.
Standing in now,
Right
number
fielder.
30.
Number 30.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. That last home run checks out officially at 432 feet. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Into the box now, Jung Ho Gong. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1.
And in the first inning, with this guy already looking a little shaky, I think you let him throw you one here. He hasn't proven to me that he can find the strike zone yet.
And he misses again, 2-0. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Hunter moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on the home run. And as the Pittsburgh TV guys like to say, clear the deck. Cannonball coming. On to the bottom of the first. It's now 1-0 Pittsburgh. A.J. Schugel, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, this is somebody you've got to get up in the zone. His out pitch is the sinker ball. And if he's working that thing down, it's going to be a long game for the hitters.
J.P. Crawford comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading off
first.
for the Phillies, the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
Chopped weakly to the left. Gung's got it. Throw to first is in time for the first out. With that, a look at the Phillies' batting order in this one. Steve, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series?
Well, they're already down by 1 after the top of the first, so you've got to get yourself right back into this ball game. Punch back a little bit and see if you can get your crowd back in it.
Standing in, Odubel Herrera. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. And that misses inside 1-0. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. It's been a promising start to the new year as they've taken 3 of the first 4 contests.
They've been good away from home here, too. They've won 3 of their first 4 on this road trip, and that's a sign that these guys are really coming together as a ball club.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And it brings the Phillies back even now at 1 apiece.
So much for getting out to that early lead on the road. You can go ahead and kiss that goodbye. This pitch is just planted right in his wheelhouse, and you won't miss too often when you leave him there.
Batting third.
Stepping in now, Ryan Jackson.
Ryan Jackson.
As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
Good curveball right there, and that just really froze him.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Line to the right side. Oh, and this goes right past him. Around first, heading for second now.
Yeah, it looked like a fairly routine play there. Don't know if he took his eye off it or what, but he winds up basically whiffing on the catch, and that's going to wind up a 2-base error.
Nick Williams will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. He's set, and the pitch. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, Simmons is one of those umpires that can be a little inconsistent, but I think his strike zone is one that can benefit both pitchers and hitters. It just depends on what part of the zone the pitch is located.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at second here with 1 man out. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
And a 2-2 sinker falls in there, 3-2 now. To short. Taken in by Gung. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Fortunately here, no advance from that runner at second base, so he stays still. But the problems are going to deepen here as he puts runners on first and second now on what will be scored an infield single.
Coming to the plate now, Shin-Soo Choo. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
First pitch on its way. A swing, and it's popped in the air back behind first. Lee ranging into shallow right. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch Andrew McCutchen out there in that outfield. Man, he can play. Does a lot of things defensively, can go get the ball, covers a lot of ground, and has a pretty darn good throwing arm as well.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Up and in on the hands. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, you better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Lee is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. But the Phils have come back to tie it thanks to this solo home run. Second inning coming up. All even now at 1-1. Darrell Lee makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Darrell Lee.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And he will make the nice running catch out there as he had to travel a long distance to rein that one in. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Franco's defense has been a stellar surprise. You know, everyone knew he could hit and tear the cover off the ball, but he's shown that he's an elite fielder at the big league level. I mean, he can play anywhere in the infield, and he provides some magnificent highlight reel catches.
Man, a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. Liner towards second, and call that a nice clean base hit, his first of the game. Number 23 will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
If he would have swung at that, you would have never heard the end of it.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, and that's 2 innings and 2 double plays they've hit into so far as the Andrew Knapp strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning. Cedric Hunter will stand in here. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game.
Cedric Hunter.
Grounder down the line at third. This is foul for the first strike. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. One pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Matt Harrison comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
One there, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
Yeah, you want to put this down to the right side, force that first baseman to field it, but that ball is bunted just way too hard, so that's a good decision defensively to go ahead and take the force at second.
Into the box, J.P. Crawford. Chopped foul right at home plate. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Hit hard toward the right side, and a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one into A.J. Schugel set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Cliff Courtney stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Time to move forward to the bottom of inning number 3. Maikel Franco steps into the box now, and he does so in what feels like what will be an important moment in this one. Bases loaded, high score.
Yeah, guys, and it's always nice to play with that early lead, so we'll see if he can get it done right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball one. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
And that's right there, and we're even at one.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take, because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
And here's a sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. And another foul ball. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now, you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Has to challenge him here. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Yeah, that's his second walk here in the inning, and this one, it's going to hurt big time. You don't want to say that he's brought this upon himself, but this is what happens when you fall behind and can't throw strikes.
Andrew Knapp would really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases juiced.
Yeah, and these chances are sometimes few and far between. You got to make the most of them, and a big hit here could really change the feeling of this game.
Jacob Lindgren is going to come on to pitch here, and seeing as though it's just the third inning, he may be asked to work for a while. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike one.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Boy, a big strikeout there right out of the bullpen. That's not an ideal spot to come in either with the bases loaded, but he gets the first half of the job done. And now, with two away, he's got a decent shot at getting his guys out of this.
Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. But the runner's back easily. In now, Cedric Hunter, as he'll take a look at ball one.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with one swing.
Back in standing. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. Lee is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases-loaded jam by giving up just 1 run. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 men left. Austin Meadows will stand in now, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago.
Austin Meadows.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Hunter is under it, 1 down.
Now batting.
Number 30 stands in. Slow bouncer to the right side. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, shortstop, Jung-ho.
Digging in, Jung-ho gone. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Tap fouled at home plate. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Williams sprinting after it. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Darrell Lee.
Darrell Lee is into the box for his 2nd appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. First delivery to him on the way. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. The 1-1 pitch. Drilled to the right side. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Greg Schern will stand in for the 2nd time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And, you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around. And that's a good job to start this guy with strike 1.
Skied into straightaway right. Herrera's there. And that retires the side. Pirates strand a couple. They still trail it here 2-1. Matt Harrison is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Catcher, number 54.
And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
First full inning of work for him here out of the bullpen. Remember, he got the final 2 outs of the last inning. He starts this inning off right by getting the swinging strikeout.
Into the box now, J.P. Crawford. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
Now batting, right fielder,
Odubel Herrera strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Nothing happening much offensively yet in this inning, but we all know they're a good team, and we'll see if they can get a 2-out rally going.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They still lead it. Number 23 will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult...
So striding in, number 5, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike two.
Oh, tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of him.
Line toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit. The run scores from second. It's now a 2-2 ball game.
A really good at-bat here as we watch it again. Look, he finds his pitch, drives it right back up the middle, and with 2 away, that runner doesn't have to hold up and make sure it drops. He's moving on contact, and he's going to wind up scoring easily.
Austin Meadows is at the plate as he looks at ball 1.
That's a dangerous but well-placed pitch there. Most power hitters are tempted by pitches up in the zone, but that one was so far enough up that he wouldn't have been able to do much with it.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Ryan Jackson will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Shin-Soo Choo will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Too low, 1-0. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Boy, and in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Maikel Franco is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Now a snap move over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in.
Just keeping an eye on him.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. And that misses 2-1. All the way here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1 through 5. All even at 2-2. Number 30 will be the batter. 1 for 2 thus far.
Right fielder.
Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as the Pirates now take a 3-2 lead.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
The windup and the 0-1. Fly ball heading for the alley. Williams giving chase, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And after going hitless in last night's ball game, he's turned things around here. That's his second hit of the ball game, and he's in at second base with a well-hit double.
Colton Murray will take over on the mound now here in the 6th inning.
Murray.
Darrell Lee will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Boy, hitting the guy wouldn't exactly be the smoothest way to enter a ball game. He's lucky that one didn't get him.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Herrera on the run. One away. The relay, but too late, and he's safe at third.
So a double and a fly ball move a man to third now with one away. Now if they could just get another fly ball, it would likely net him a run.
Looking to keep this a one-run game, Greg Schern comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he sends it the other way toward right center. Williams on the move, and that's the second out of the inning. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run from third. That's nice going.
Number 23 will take his third shot at it now. He's 0 for 2 thus far here tonight.
Well, what do they say? Third time's a charm? Well, we'll see about that.
Smoke toward the hole. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3.
Up next for the Pirates,
Jacob Lindgren is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, strikeout last time, and it's been a tough series for him so far. Let's see if we can make a little bit of an adjustment here in this at-bat.
Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now, 0-2.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as
threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs. Leading off the inning, Andrew Knapp, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Cedric Hunter will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Nope.
Ball 1.
But down 1-1.
This one softly hit and fouled off to the left, and that moves the count to 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
And he's having a rough go of it so far. His second strikeout of the ball game. You can see him gesturing that he thinks that pitch was outside, but I think once he gets a look at it in the clubhouse, he'll probably change his tune.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
And he's had a high strike zone all night, so even if you're on the bench, you got to be aware of that.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. Lee camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2.
We'll take a look at this on Show Track, and that's been an effective location for him so far. He's really been handcuffing these guys inside, and he gets another pop-up out of it.
Standing in now, J.P. Crawford as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out toward right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. One left for Philadelphia. They trail it here 4-2. Number 38 will come in and pitch now.
Pitching for the Phillies,
Andrew McCutchen steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
That's yanked into the stands, strike one. This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
the batter, second
Cliff
baseman.
Courtney will dig in again. He singled home a run his last time. Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. Hard hit toward the hole. Oh, look at Franco. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Yeah, he nearly bailed him out here at first base. Let's check the scoop on show motion. He looks to be in good position to dig this ball out, but he just doesn't want to stay in the pocket. Close, but not quite. I know how he feels.
Austin Meadows will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
I'll say this, he wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Liner toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Oh, man, and he hangs in there beautifully against a tough left-handed reliever. Here's another look at it. He just keeps that front shoulder in there and strong, gets the barrel of the bat through the hitting zone, and then he just stings this one for 2 bases. Man, that's pretty.
And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Jung Ho Gong is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
And against a veteran hitter like this, you got to be in that strike zone early in the count because the more pitches he sees, the better he's going to be able to time anything you've got.
I had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
Oh, that's a tough take, but a good one. The pressure's still squarely on the pitcher out there. He's still got to come in.
Hit hard but fouled off to the left, and that'll keep you honest as a third base coach. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Still 2-2. Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. Herrera has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And never much of a chance to even think about scoring there. What a big second out. Darrell Lee stands in looking to turn this narrow lead into a wide one if he can come through with a big base hit here.
Yeah, Matt, but conversely, if the man on the mound can get out of this jam, he'll keep this a very tight game. Big moment right here.
4 runs, 12 hits, and 2 errors on the Pirate ledger so far. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Hot shot on the ground is short, and that is through into left as he delivers. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. And the run is in to score from second. It's now 6-2.
And that's what those stat nerds call a high leverage at bat. I don't know what that means, but whatever you want to call it, he comes through in a big way to push a 2-run lead, now up to 4.
Greg Schern will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
1-0 pitch is a circle change, swung on and missed 1-1.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 base hits, 1 error, and 2 left. Bottom of the... Leading off the inning, Odubel Herrera. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1.
Here's a guy that understands. It's all about getting on base at this point, so good idea there just to wait for strike 1.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this will land foul. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. It looked like he was giving him the evil eye down there, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, well, he's already been plunked once, and I don't think he's going to stand for too much more of that.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Adam Warren will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs and send this one along into the 8th.
Adam Warren.
We'll look ahead now and pick this one back up in the top of inning number 8. At the plate, Cliff Courtney. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And a dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Running now is McCutchen. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around third, here's McCutchen heading home. They'll extend their lead here as the runner scores from first. It's a 7-2 ball game.
Well, and if this game's not totally in the bag now, it sure feels awfully close. This is going to make the score now 7-2. And with the trouble they've had scoring so far, closing what would be a minimum of a 5-run gap might be just a little bit too much to ask.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. To short, hit hard. Crawford gloves it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left.
Leading off
the inning, Shin-Soo Choo, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Tony Watson is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Tony Watson.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. Hard sinker misses, 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Full count. 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate: leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Michael Franco will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Hit down the third base line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just 1 at second.
Your attention, please.
So a new pitcher to tell you about, and it's the Dominican-born right-hander Neftali Feliz who gets the call. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. The second for 1. On to first, and how about that for an entrance? 1 pitch, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. We played 8 full. Pirates on top, 7-2. Back in the city of brotherly love with Major League Baseball on the show. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Elvis Arrojo come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th.
Elvis Arrojo. Now catching and batting in the 9th spot, number 10.
Number 30 swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
And no swing, apparently, ball 1.
Yeah, he just chased out of the zone on that first pitch, This time he started to, but he wisely pulled it back.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hunter is in pursuit, and that's the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Jung-Ho Kang. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. 1 out, nobody on. Hit hard to short. Crawford ranges to his left. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
First baseman number
Darrell Lee will be the batter. He singled home a couple in his last at-bat. Smoked on the ground up the middle. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More from Citizens Bank. Striding in to start the ninth, Cedric Hunter, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
Number 30 is there, and he'll bring this one in. Stepping up to the plate, Ray Cabrera, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Feliz sets, ready with the 1-1 pitch. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit back up the middle. Kang to his left. He's there. On to first, and now the Phillies are down to their final out.
The batter number 3, shortstop
J.P. Crawford makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Comes set with the 0-1. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. On to first, and that is going to conclude the festivities here tonight.
Another good win for these guys, and they're playing some confident baseball out there right now. That's their 4th win in a row, so they've got things firing on all cylinders.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more important.